I find the Middle East fascinating, not only because it's here where some of the world's oldest cities are to be found, and where things such as the wheel and writing were invented, but also because it's in this region that the world's three great monotheistic religions have their origins. Now, whether one is a believer or not, the enormous influence that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam have had on the world is undeniable. And today, the tensions between these three religions and their interaction with the secular world are at the centre of some of the greatest political issues of our times. While working on From Souk to Souk, I found some of the places I've featured in the stories have ended up being caught up in the Arab Spring. I think anyone who's been to Aleppo or Damascus cannot help but feel a special empathy with the inhabitants of these cities. And naturally, I find myself wondering what has happened to the people I've met in these countries. Every time I hear of a bomb going off in Iraq or a shooting in Yemen, I wonder if people I've spoken to or dealt with have ended up being the latest victims of the unrest. A teenage soldier, a shopkeeper I've featured in a story, or perhaps a child I've photographed. With the odd exception which you can find anywhere, the vast majority of people I've met in the Middle East have been kind and friendly. And so I find it such a pity that the media seem to focus on the negative, on the angry youths playing to the camera, on the violent masses burning flags. Yes, there are problems in the area, but the region is so much more than the current political situation. The region faces many challenges, but that does not stop it from being an incredibly interesting and beguiling place. When I look back to when I was in Byblos, watching the sun go down, I realised that literally hundreds of generations over the past millennia who had lived there had seen exactly the same view. And that provided a sort of link to the past, whilst at the same time making me very aware of my own mortality. In writing From Souk to Souk, I set out to provide a different view of the Middle East from that constantly portrayed by the media. I've tried to capture the atmosphere, the diversity, and sometimes the eroticism of the region in a way that it's accessible to people familiar with the Middle East and to those who've not yet had the opportunity to visit it. And I hope I've been able to provide a refreshingly new take on a region which is the source of so many aspects of our lives.